All right. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. So, just an update on the 93 LX. Um, I got it fired up the other day, briefly. Um, I didn't have the cold side hooked up, which I do finally have those parts. They're all right here. And so I did fire it up just with the turbo exhaust side open, and I'll put a clip of how I did it. Yeah. I think it's just this carburetor is junk. I think I'm. Anyways, I was just firing it up to see if I had any exhaust leaks that I needed to take care of before I get this whole situation tied in permanently. I didn't hear. I mean, honestly, I couldn't really tell if I had any exhaust leaks because that thing was so loud. So what I'm gonna do is I got the V-band clamp coming in for this. I thought it was 3 and first off I thought it was 4" because I measured it and it was 4". I read 4" from outside to outside and I said, okay, it's 4". Well, no, it's not 4". It's actually, you measure to the inside and it's 3.25, so 3 1/4. So 3.25. So I got a V-band on order for that. So what I'm gonna have to do is, I think my plan is to try my best to go straight down. Now I did have to move the regulator, fuel pressure regulator, from there to there, and the reason why is because I was trying to get these fuel lines out the way as much as possible. So I figured worst case is it's going to be really tight trying to get down through there. So what I'll probably do, if I can't get it down there, is just go out and then behind the strut tower and then through and then back behind that inner fender. I'll just have to wrap it really good because that inner fender is plastic, so it doesn't try to heat up and melt it or anything. And then it'd be through, I guess, the bottom of the fender or, somewhere. But I'm going to try everything I can, everything I have to get it. I'm going to try everything I can to get it to go down underneath the car. And if it's too loud at that point, I could just put a muffler on it, let's see what I got done today. Just briefly, I had about an hour before I head into work. I got the I got the alternator mounted, as y'all see. Alternator mounted. I did the little jumper trick for the GM 1-wire alternator. Jump it, and then from there to the hot. Let's see what else did I get done. I got a couple things done. Y'all have already seen the interior since I got it done. I do have the boost gauge. I got a couple of parts that I hadn't installed yet. Boost gauge, all that little bit of stuff. So yeah, this is when I thought it was 4", so I bought a 4 to 3, and I held it up there. I was like, that is not 4". That's way smaller than a 4". Turns out it's 3 1/4. So my fault on that. Let's see, cheap little boost gauge. It's not even dead on 0, so I guess you pay for what you get. I'm gonna have to be careful with that. I'm not sure if I want to use that at this point. The gauges, I'm just gonna put them right there for now. I am gonna get a piece of plexiglass and cut out to that square and mount them in there eventually. And then let's see what else. I think that's it for now. I was hoping to make boost by now, but still. So I cranked the carburetor up with just the way it is. We haven't rebuilt it yet, so that's the reason why I didn't have the cold side on. And I'm fixing to get ready to take that carburetor off right now and get ready to start rebuilding it. I'm gonna have my father-in-law rebuild it for me, because I damn sure I mean, I know the generals of it, but I don't know how to, you know, I don't want to mess it up. We're dealing with boost here, and I'm not looking to blow my engine up on the first drive. And that's what he does. He rebuilds carburetors and stuff. So let's see, I have a manual boost controller coming in. It hasn't made it in yet, so I'll be able to control the boost. Oh, I got the wastegate on, and I'm gonna have to shorten this thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it. I started to cut it the other day. I'm gonna cut it, get some copper line, go down, and that way I can make it basically, it needs to be a straight line as much as it can be to drain the oil back. And this just isn't going to cut it. It's not going to drain fast enough, and I'll probably end up blowing out that seal or something like that. So I'm gonna cut it right here or somewhere around there, get copper line or whatever kind of metal line I can find, really, clamp it, and then route it straight as I can get it, and then do the same thing down there. That way I won't have to worry about the heat of this hot side being against, you know, melting anything and blowing the motor up, leaking oil out, whatever you want to call it. Other thing is I'm going to end up getting a clutch fan and putting on here and do away with that hazardous thing. I've been warned by a couple of people about that. So I didn't really know those things came apart like that, but apparently those things are notorious about the rivets breaking and those things flying apart. So I don't need anything like that. I'm gonna get a clutch fan to put on it. It'd be better anyway. Like I said in my last video, I'm gonna be buying a new radiator for my blue car, and then putting that radiator out of there to put in here, and then I'll get a fan shroud and all that. I did have, when I had it cranked up, I did have the oil pressure, a little mini oil pressure thing that we use for testing. I had it hooked up, and it was holding 50 pounds of oil pressure, probably a little over 50, about 55 or so, at cold. You know, I only had it cranked up for maybe, I don't know, 10 seconds, because that carburetor is really junk, and it really wouldn't hold idle too good and all that. Other thing is, I did get the throttle. Damn it. I did get the throttle linkage hooked up. There we go. I use a piece of metal we had laying around, and bent it a little bit how it needs to be, and not sure how it's going to work with how I had to kind of twirl it up, but we'll see. Just kind of, this is all like, you know, I'll just have to see after, you know, whatever doesn't work out, I'll have to fix, you know, that's all. So yeah, that's just a little update of what's going on with this car. And the blue car is going good. I did get my other Mickey Thompson ET Street on the back, and I've been driving it, and it's going good. So hope y'all are doing well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully we'll be making boost in the next video. We shall see.